Hi everyone in English 1301, it's Dr. E and I'm here with your week 5 instructional video. I hope everyone's doing well and feels a little bit like you've been able to hit the reset button after last week. So we can hit the ground running with this week. I'm just going to go ahead and go to our content area to see our weekly module. So we just shifted everything down, right? So this week we have chapter 6, which is reading rhetorically. So, we do a lot of reading this semester about writing and talk about writing and write about writing. But, part of the process is also being able to kind of uh, read a bit more critically so that we can then respond, so that we can then develop our ideas and communicate those effectively through our writing. So this is a really nice chapter about that process. I think our editors have done a really nice job of putting ideas together that are approachable, but also pretty useful for academic writing and reading in general. We're also going to take some of the things, we watch, read, everything about writing and apply those to, our overall theme for the course, which is food. So we're going to watch Sam Cass's TED Talk, and it's titled Want Kids to Learn Well, Feed Them Well. Let me pause to cough just one moment. Okay, so Sam Cass has a really great video about this notion of, if we want our schools to be places of education and for our students to learn as much as possible in a good environment, then we need to kind of ensure that they are able to eat the foods that help them, you know, maintain the kind of attention that is necessary, maintain the energy that is necessary to be successful in school. So, just a really great talk overall. Okay, so for today, I'm sorry, I don't know why these dates are wrong. Let me pause. Sorry about that. Okay, the dates should be correct. I adjusted them before, must not have saved them. So, uh, wacky brain. Anyhow, so you're watching the weekly instructional video. There's also a mind map video to watch. So we've completed mind map assignments, but this is more focused and more about attending to the overall guidelines for this assignment. So instead of the syllabus, where we just work to kind of pull these ideas out, watching this mind map video is really going to help direct our attention to, those requirements. So make sure that you watch that. You do have a mind map that's due on Thursday and then the quiz that's due on Sunday. I gotta pause one more time to cough. Oh, sorry. Okay. So you have the mind map video here and then the guidelines, which I go over in this video, but if you want kind of the printed version of those guidelines, those are here. I'm also going to take the video you're watching now and the mind map video and make direct links in D2L so you don't have to go to YouTube. I know some of you may be using school devices that don't allow YouTube access, so I'm going to try to update that. Okay, so the focus of our mind map is going to be Cass's video. So Cass's title is going to go in the center. And from there, you have 4 points. So go through, watch the video, take notes if necessary, and identify what the 4 main points in your idea, in your opinion, right? There's no right or wrong answer here, but what are the 4 main ideas that he shares? And you'll want to explain in complete sentences each main idea. So if such and such is the main idea, offer a bit of an explanation from your perspective. With each main point, you're also going to select a quote that supports your ideas, and this needs to include a timestamp. So there's an example here using Finley's work for how to utilize the timestamps. I'm going to pause one moment. Okay, so consider using the templates that are here, or you can use Canva or mind map or any program to create your own mind map, but it does need to be typed. We're at the point where just with the level of information required in these mind maps, typing them is going to be helpful to me so that I can easily read them and grade them. In addition to kind of giving us some practice using quotations and how to do so following MLA guidelines. So having that printed is going to be helpful. Here is another link to the instructional video, again, a link to the assignment guidelines, and then just, the Canva mind map or templates, whatever works for you. Remember, you want to go to upload, find your document, you'll click open. Once you do that, you'll see a copy of your file, a hyperlinked, version. You can actually double check that it's the right file there, or you can click on it and it should actually open the file. So again, if you just want to double check that you're not uploading the template by accident, or that you've chosen the wrong file. And then you want to make sure that you go down, and when you have a file uploaded, then you'll have a submit button. When you submit anything in D2L, just know that it should send you a confirmation email, which is also nice. Okay, so if we go back to week 5, excuse me, the next thing you have, of course, is your quiz. And so the random word for our quiz this week is, looking around, Hamilton. Looking at my Funko Pops. All right, Hamilton. And then you also have the week 5 check. Oh, let me pause. Well, I'm really sorry. I'm so congested, but I'm sorry about that. Week 5 quiz. And then you have the checklist. Remember that this is just a tool for you, so you can click these things, and this does not mean things are submitted. It's just there to use as a tool for you to make sure that you've completed everything for a particular week. Okay, so remember that there's the Q&A discussion board. If you want to find that another way, you can always go to collaboration, which will drop down, and you can go to discussion. And there's the Q&A discussion board. Remember, we do have a student lounge here, and then our weekly discussions. So just remember that you have different options in terms of how to navigate through D2L. So if you have some time, just go through, kind of click around, and remember, again, we always have these helpful modules on the left-hand side for anything that you might need for the course. All right, y'all, good luck. Let me know what you need, and have a great week.